Yes, you are most welcome to this video, and this is, I think, our sixth video in as far as learning the basics of web designing using HTML, CSS, and WordPress is concerned. So I'm Lawrence again, going to take you through now the head section, and in this video, we are basically going to dissect the head section and understand what exactly should be put in the head section. Like we said in our previous lesson, we looked at the structure of an HTML web page or an HTML code, and we said it should have the doc type, it should have the HTML, it should have then the head section, and then lastly the body section. So that is what we are going to look at today. We're going to dissect and see what is supposed to be written in the head section and what do they do. Like I told you in our previous video, I told you that the head section is just that kind of section where we put technical information about our page. So today I want to dive into uh, some of the tags that are placed inside the head section. For example, I have these kind of tags. I can have the title tag. Yes, this is just an example of the tags placed here. Yes, we have the meta tags. We have the style tag. We can have the link. Can have the link tag. Yes, we can have the link. Can have this link tag. Yeah, you can have those kind of tags, and they're the ones that we are going to focus so much on when we are dealing with this kind of head section. So head section is basically a section for metadata, and you know metadata is basically that technical kind of data about our page, as we are going to see. But I've given you these four examples of the tags that you can write in the head section. Let me now go into explaining what each means and what each does. So we have the title tag. This title tag is basically used to define the title of a document. That is the title tag. And I told you, just as we wrote this sample tag last time of the paragraph, I told you that what you want to, what we call the tag content, must be placed in the middle of the opening and the closing tags. So it is required in HTML documents, and it is better whenever you're writing to use this title tag inside the head section. One thing you should note, the title tag must always be a text only. It should only be text. Don't try indicating numbers, whatever, that is not good. So what are some of the uses of this title tag even before we learn how to write it? One, this title tag can be used by the browser. It displays the title of the page in the browser toolbar. Yeah, that is basically one thing we are going to see. It will display the title of that page, the title that you have set. Number two, it is going to provide a title for the page when it is added to our favorites. For example, if you have done some browsing with some browsers, you can add a page to your favorites. Yeah, so when you add that page there, it is actually this title tag that will add for you a title there. And number three, it is going to display for you the page in the search engine results. Like it is going to specify the title to be displayed in the search engine page results. You understand? So that is basically some of the three uses or some of the uses that we can have when we are dealing with these. That is our title tag. So how do I write? Note, whenever writing the title tag, try to use important names or meaningful names. For example, I want to call this my home page because it is index. I will just come here in the middle and I type home page like that. Then I just save, just click Ctrl S to update, Ctrl S, then you come here and you try to refresh. You see when you refresh somewhere here, this is what is now displayed. At first we had index here, but now it is displaying home page. It is displaying for you home page to show that now that one is the title of your page. That is basically what the title tag does. From there, I'll discuss the style tag. Yes, this style tag is a very important tag that whenever you want to add the styling, whenever you want to add any styling in your document, it must be put under this style tag. We shall go into the CSS and how to embed CSS into HTML, and we shall look at 3 ways, but that will be for a later video maybe. However, now we are saying whenever you want to write style, you can use this style tag. We shall see in some other videos, we shall discuss attributes, and we shall see that there is even a style attribute. So the best way to do, maybe you want to write maybe something for your background, you want to edit maybe the background of your page. It is very simple. What you basically do is to put inside this, and you say maybe body, yeah, body. But now you don't need to cram this. This one is into CSS. We shall discuss what it does and how it is supposed to be written. Maybe you say background color. Yes, background color. Maybe I want aquamarine. Okay, something like that. Aquamarine. You save. Let us try to refresh and see. It is white background, and now you see when I refresh, it gets some blue color. So that is basically our background code, but this is in CSS. This is how we write background color in CSS. But one thing you should note is where we have placed it, that if you want to give background color of our HTML page or our HTML body, we simply put it inside the style tag in the head section. So that is basically the use of this style tag. It is used to give stylings to our document, but it is for only a single HTML page. We shall continue looking at other ways of using CSS and how to write them, but basically that is the style tag. Then I'll look at the link. You know, link is something that we use. The link put in the head section is used so much when we want to use external CSS, as we shall see. You simply write maybe link rel, something like that, link rel. You can put your equal signs. Yes, link rel. Just put your equal signs like that. You can put here maybe style sheet, like that. Then you put href. We shall you don't need to worry about this. We shall discuss what each of them does when their time comes, what the href means, etc, etc. So just link that maybe my style sheet, yeah, my style sheet maybe .css, and you save. Yeah, so when you do this and you maybe do that, it has not done anything. Why? Because we don't have any other document, separate HTML, separate CSS document written. But you need to screenshot this. Yeah, screenshot with your eyes. Screenshot. So screenshot that link rel and how we have written it, because I'll refer to it when we start when we look at CSS and how to embed it into HTML. That is external CSS. We shall see how to do it. So that is basically the link and what it does in the head section. Then from there, we are going to discuss into details the meta tags. Yes, you've heard me talking about meta. So meta tags are basically used to display data that will not be displayed on the page, but this page will help browsers on how to display our content. I think that is basically the simple definition you can ever have for a meta tag. It is a tag that is used to display content or information that won't be displayed in your browser, but rather will help your browser to know how to display your page and the content on it. So that is the meta. Let us see examples of how we can write meta tags and what they mean. For example, you can have the meta chasset. Yeah, that one, meta chasset, and that is simply how it is written. What does chasset mean? Chasset means character set. Yeah, character set. This is into encoding, encoding and decoding. So the standard we use is UTF-8. That is the basic standard we use. Yeah, it is important to put it there. The meta chasset, the character set, we basically use UTF-8. It is the character set that we use so much. So that is how it is written. Just meta chasset, put equal signs, put into quotes UTF-8. Then we can have the meta name. We can put for the keywords. You can say meta name. Yeah, meta name. You come here and say keywords. Keywords, like that. What do we put in the keywords? In the keywords, we put the programming languages that we are going to use, or the languages that we are going to use in our code. Yeah, the languages that you're going to use. For example, here I can come and say content. Yeah, content. Say content. I have HTML. Yes, I have CSS. These are the languages that I'm going to use in my meta tag. That is basically to help your browser to know which pages are you using. Yes, if you're using those pages, what the languages the languages that you're going to use. It is very important. Sometimes even when the browser is displaying these pages, it is very important because some browsers can't even display some languages well. So it even helps in browser display. Then we have the author. You may want to specify the author. Yeah, maybe I'm Lori. I want to specify that I'm the author of this page. I can just say meta name. You just say meta name. Yeah, meta name. I say author like that. Then you put the content, and in the content you can put your name, Lori. You can say Lori. Yeah, so that is what I have. Meta name, author. In the content I put Lori because that is my name. Then I can have maybe you can have one for the refresh rate. For the refresh rate, yeah, for example, you're seeing whenever I make any change, I come here and refresh my page. So I can set, but this is not very important when you're going to publish a page because it will keep on disturbing people. But we can keep on setting our page to refresh automatically after some given time. So how do you do that? You just write meta. Yeah, just come and say meta. This one is a bit different, not meta name. Just come and say meta http equiv like that. Meta http equiv, meta http equivalence. Then you can say refresh. Yeah, refresh. Then you come and open this. You say content. You give it the number of seconds. Maybe I want it to refresh after this number of seconds. I want it to refresh maybe after. You can come and say 30. You can come and say 30, or you can come and say 20. Yeah, like that. Then you close like that. Close. Okay. Okay, so now I've saved. Let me try to make any change here and see what will happen. Let me just come here and say maybe, okay, let me just cut this. Let me just cut it and give it some other tag. Yeah, this is the Makui tag. We shall continue learning about it. And say Makui, and I put it there. Then I save. This time around when I come, I'm not going to try refreshing. Let us see whether this page will refresh and do it. Yeah, you see it has refreshed itself and it is now running because this is what the Makui tag does. So because it has refreshed, it has brought it by itself without me necessarily coming here. So this is how we write the refresh, how we specify the refresh rate. Yeah, just the meta http equivalence. Then in the content, you come and put the time you want. Then we can have one for the description. We can add a description for our page and say meta name. Yeah, meta name. You say description. Then you come here and say content. You can say content. You can give a description for your page, maybe free tutorials from Lori. Yeah, like that. You can just give that as your description. Free tutorials from Lori. Yes, so this one will help even when people search for your page. Yeah, it will help. For example, it will help people to know what the page. It will help the browsers to know what is contained on the page, such that when people search, it helps them. It helps in the results. It helps in displaying the results better and quickly. Now people will know that, oh, oh, the browser will know that no, this page has free tutorials from Lori. So even if someone goes to Google and searches free tutorials over Lori tutorials, it can help the browser to know that I can display this page in the web listing such that because it also has free tutorials from Lori. That is the description tab. Then lastly, maybe the meta tag I would love to look at last is the one for viewport. In web designing, we have what we call responsiveness of a page. Responsiveness of a page is basically the ability of a page to display over different devices without necessarily changing the display from beautiful to ugly. What do I mean? That when you're on a laptop, your page fits well on the laptop screen, because even laptop screens have various sizes. So whichever laptop you go to and visit your web page, it should be able to display and fit there. Then when you switch to the phone, still it should be able to display and fit on your phone. When you go to the tablet, it should be able to display and fit on the tablet. That is basically what we mean by responsiveness of a page. So what are we saying here? How do we write this? We say meta name. Yes, we come and say meta name. Yeah, we can just say it is viewport. Our meta name is viewport. Then we come and put the content. The one for the content is a bit long, but I'll explain. You say width device. Width. Actually, we say width is equal. No, not that. We simply say our width is supposed to be equal to the device width, like that. The width that the page should display must be equal to the device width, and the initial scale spelling of initial, you should give correct spellings, and the initial scale must be equal to 1.0. Yeah, you see 1.0 for people who went into biology. Magnification, you see when you go into magnification of biology, you see magnifying by 1.0 is actually not magnifying. You are leaving the object at its original size. So that is basically how we write for the viewport. We say that in my meta tag I want to specify the viewport. How are you going to display my pages? You say the content, I want the width of my page to be equal to the device width. This is actually what tells the computer to, on whichever screen, just fit the web page on the device, because we are saying our width must be equal to the device width. Then from there, we shall look at the initial scale. We are saying our initial scale should always start from 1.0 unless someone wishes to view or zoom. That is when they'll do it automatically, but our initial scale should be 1.0. Okay, so I congratulate you upon reaching this far in as far as web designing is concerned. So today we have dissected and actually understood what is contained in the head section. You realize that for whatever we have written here, when you come back to our browser, for whatever we have written, there is nothing that has changed. What has changed is actually maybe the background color, and maybe this word today is Sunday being able to move. But for the word today is Sunday to be able to move, what we have written is not in the head section. Rather, we have written a marquee tag in the body section. The only thing that has actually changed for whatever that we have written, the only physical thing that has changed is the background color. Yeah, and the background color also, it is not the other code that has been displayed, but it is the color that we wrote into that code that has been displayed. So that is how meta tags work, and that is what they do. They don't necessarily they are not necessarily displayed in our pages, no, but they actually help our browser to know how to display. Now this browser has known that, oh, you want me to display with a blue background color and aquamarine background color. You know that is those are some tints of blue and white. Yeah. All right, so that is our video. That is how far we have designed it today. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, and comment. Share the group link, share the link, share these links with your friends, because they should also know and join you in learning. This is a very free course, so please share with them. All right, thank you. It's Lawrence again. I'll be waiting for you in the next video.